Yeah. Yeah. Look, I should what a do rag at, man. Damn, man.
We already live,
on, man.
We already live, so it's some stuff we gotta talk about.
Real political.
Real
God damn it.
man.
As real as it gets.
What we telling them today, man? What we talking about? We haven't talked about together like in a while.
Oh yeah, we haven't.
I got my topics. What you want to tell them about? Though?
Oh man, we gonna talk on everything. We really need to. I seen you taking Ron DeSantis ass down. Who would be the best candidate for Florida?
Right now, the best candidate is gonna be David Jolly.
Jolly.
A lot of people don't like David Jolly because he used to be a Republican.
I was gonna say he used to be a Republican.
He's a Republican. However, the thing is though, in Florida right now, like the Democratic Party.
Wheelchair. What up, man?
Sorry about that.
You look behind you like there was.
What people don't understand is that in Florida right now, the DNC, like you would have to need. They would need money. Like it costs money to run campaigns.
Right.
And some people was in the comments saying that we can't trust him because he's an ex-Republican. He was this and that. He was a Republican. But he switched to party affiliation, I think, in 2017. I think after Trump first term, I think he switched over. But you got to remember, in Florida now, where we at right now is that if we had a different candidate that was more like a real Democratic candidate that was not David Jolly, two things. They would need money, right? You can't run a campaign without, like, money, like millions of dollars.
Well, see, that's why Trump wins all the time.
Money.
That's why he wins. And you know what? That's why a great deal of Republicans always win, because a lot of their support comes financially. That's how they're able to stay in office so long and over such a long period of time, because they have funding. They had a proper funding, and this, I hate to say it like this, but them Republicans, when they go out, they go out.
Yeah, they have a game plan.
They represent, bro.
But it's an evil game plan, and it still works because.
Regardless.
Usually negativity outweighs positivity, right? And because they fighting with fire, and the Democrats are just usually like not fighting with fire. They're not fighting with enough fire, and I think that you take somebody like what to answer the question, David Jolly, right? David Jolly is leading the pack right now. He's ex-Republican, so he knows the playbook.
I don't know. I just don't. I don't feel comfortable with an ex-Republican, even if they know the playbook. You feel me? Even if they know the playbook, I just feel like, and this is just to my heart. Once a Republican, always a Republican. That's just how I feel, because
I don't think so.
in time, in time, they'll start doing or implementing some of the same structure as a Republican once they get into that position.
Yeah, but still, you got to think about the reality, though, right? The reality is you're going up against Byron Donalds, who made a big name for himself because he was running with Trump.
That's why I brought that question up, because I was gonna say a lot of people, I would say black people, are thinking that Byron is the real deal.
But he's a lifelong Republican.
I know, but
so why would we go to a person that's like a MAGA governor that?
You want me to tell you why?
I want
to know. Because he black?
No, that's not enough.
No,
that's why we not gonna go for it.
Nah, it is enough
for the people who don't pay attention.
But that's what I'm saying.
For anybody who pays attention to know that Byron Donalds is not one of us, bro.
No, he clearly showed that on his Breakfast Club interview.
Bro.
And the thing that I don't, I'm not gonna say I don't like him, because I actually do like some of the sentiments that he shared. You know what I'm saying? Very knowledgeable brother. You know his shit. You feel me? He on his shit. What I don't like is the fact that he feels like he's above reproach. Like, niggas, he always been on this. Like, he always was on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you wasn't like that, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like, tighten up. But when he go on these type of platforms and he's giving his voice, he don't take the time to stroll back and say, oh yeah, I was once XYZ and I came from this type of background and I had this cultural influence, stuff like that. Like, he doesn't duck. Like, anytime he goes back, it's more so depicting basically calling niggas out for nigga shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And why we should convert over and go to this shit over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, he never He never actually gives us that voice of strengthening, that voice of encouragement. But he gonna throw down a bunch of fucking numbers and statistics and this
Yeah,
was
but you
this.
got- but you gotta look at
he's
the big
very
number.
matter of fact.
Yeah,
bro.
but you gotta look at the big number though, right? If he really mattered, he was in the general election. He tried to help Trump win like a lot of the black vote over, right? It didn't work.
That don't mean you can't say
Bro,
that.
nobody's
You
listening
can't
to
say
Byron
that.
Donalds, bro.
You can't say
But
that.
if you feel like
You
he's
can't
that
say
prominent,
that.
right? If you feel like he's that
Because-
prominent, right? That means you're gonna need even more money to make sure the minority vote don't go his way, right? And when you look at the candidates right here, right? If you look at this list that I'm looking at, the only real declared candidate is David Jolly.
Yeah.
If you look right here,
and you know what? That you made a really big point right there
What's that?
when you came down to that financial statistic, right?
I'm trying to tell you,
That's
money.
gonna outweigh a lot of that because you're right. They do support. They will be in support of Byron, but when it comes down financially, that campaign ain't gonna spread out that long.
They're gonna put money. They're gonna put a lot of money behind him. Like the Republican Party is gonna come with everything they got because you cannot win a presidential race without winning Florida.
No,
You realize
you
that,
can't.
right?
You
It's
can't.
not possible. Like because of the way the delegates are allocated, you cannot win Florida without winning. You can't win Republican without Florida. So they're gonna put a whole lot of money. And the only real two big names that's coming up within the Republican Party is Byron Donalds and Casey DeSantis, which is Ron DeSantis' no good wife. And both of them no good, by the way. But you know what I'm saying? So David Jolly, right? So David Jolly was a former Republican U.S. representative of the Florida 13th District from 2014 2017. Since then, he has switched party affiliation. I hear what you're saying, that once Republican, always Republican, but I don't feel like that because the thing is, we watch some of our Democrats switch parties. And some of the people that played Democrat, and all he did was Joe Manchin was one of them. West Virginia, Joe Manchin. What Joe Manchin did, he didn't ever switch parties. And originally he stayed within the Democratic Party, but every agenda that Joe Biden tried to pass, he blocked it. He was like, nah, we need to work together. So you gotta look at a guy like that. He's blocking everything, but he was supposed to be
Well,
a Democrat.
look, but this is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying though. See, the flip flop is shit, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you flip flop, bro, you can't just change your ideology.
But
like
Donald
you just
Trump
don't
flip-flopped.
believe- Nah,
You can't say that because Donald Trump was once a Democrat. Most of his life.
Nah, we not
bro.
doing that.
Donald
We not
Trump was
doing that.
a
We not
lifelong
doing that,
Democrat, bro.
Bro,
He
we
switched
not
parties.
doing that,
Bro,
We not doing
bro.
that. You can't compare the two.
How?
That's because that's the president, and we talking about.
No, man, no. Look, but
Bro.
you said you can't switch parties.
No,
Donald
but
Trump,
that's different, bro.
bro. Donald Trump switched parties, bro.
Bro, that's different, bro.
Bro, he
That's
switched
different.
parties, bro.
That's different.
And he went
but that's
crazy.
different. You want to know why? Financially, it made sense for him to do that. That's why. He has no financial gain. Jolly has no financial gain.
Everybody in politics has a financial
No,
gain.
bro.
Everybody
No,
in politics.
no.
Everybody
No,
in
no,
politics
no,
has a
no,
financial
no,
gain.
no.
They're all gonna make money.
No, they are. But switching over definitely is gonna put more paper in his pocket.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to tell you is that you saying that you can't switch.
Yeah.
You saying you can't switch.
No,
You said Donald Trump switched party affiliation.
We not talking about Donald Trump, cuz we
But
not
he switched party
No,
affiliation.
man, I ain't talking about.
What? So what about Charlie Chris? He switched parties. He didn't ever really go back.
I don't like Charlie Chris.
But he never went back.
I don't like Charlie Chris.
But overall,
I don't care.
So would you have chose Charlie Chris or Ron DeSantis when it came down to those two candidates? Because that's what it came down to in the last election, right?
No, it was
In the last election,
yeah, the last election. It
Who was
wasn't.
it?
It
Let me see.
wasn't Christie.
I could have sworn it was.
Nah,
Let me see.
hell no.
Let me see
Hell
real
no.
quick.
I don't see. But you know what? As much shit.
I'm telling you, I think it was Charlie Chris, bro. Let me see.
It
No.
wasn't Christie.
It was let me see. Let me look real quick. Cause it wasn't Gillum. That was the
No,
prior.
that was
one
prior.
before.
Yeah, and he should have won that. And they
Yeah.
did the 52 flea flicker from behind.
No, look, it was Charlie Chris.
So then that was
Yes, it was
right.
Charlie
That
Chris.
was right, yeah.
But he was
Yeah.
once Republican. You know what I'm saying? So
But
when you gotta look at the lesser two evils, you gotta look at what you have. So we basically doing the same playbook. Do you go with a Charlie Chris that used to be Republican, or do you go with a Ron DeSantis?
It depends on what their ideology was prior to. Like I said, if we looking at it from, okay, let's look at it from a holistic approach from everything that Christie has done in his career, bro.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
but when he was our governor, he was never like MAGA. He was a moderate Republican.
he was straddling the fence. He was playing both sides.
But it's two different kind of Republicans now. Is you got MAGA.
Here we go.
You got an extreme MAGA.
Bro, a Republican is a Republican, bro.
No.
That's just like we got on that whole shit.
No.
Oh,
you got people like Mitt
bro.
Romney. You got people like
same
John
shit about
McCain.
this corruption shit.
No, bro,
bro.
hear me out.
Like,
Hear me out.
Corruption is corruption.
A Republican ain't a Republican because sometimes you have the one. It used to be a different kind of party. You had the Tea Party, you had a regular Republican Party, and then you got MAGA. It's two different kind of. That's why a lot of look what's happening right now over the Epstein files. What's happening over the Epstein files right now? A lot of these Republican people that's lifelong Republicans are not okay with it because they still Republican at the end of the day.
Yeah.
However, they're not MAGA Republicans.
They're not.
It's two different kind of Republicans, man.
But so you think Trump introduced the whole idea of
Trump took what the Tea Party movement was. If you go back to when Obama ran, you had the Tea Party movement. So when you had the Tea Party movement, Trump took the Tea Party movement and he pretty much amplified it. Because at the time you had the Republicans and then you had the Tea Party. And at this time when Obama, we talking about 08.
Right.
When Obama was running against, after George Bush was leaving, Obama was running against John McCain. He was running against John McCain, and at that time, it was all about the Tea Party Republicans. That was like more than the far right.
I get what you're
that was like the far right. So then Donald Trump knew, because he said before that if he was able to run for president, he would do what?
Right.
He would run for the Republicans because they were stupid enough to let him win. You know what I'm saying? So Trump used to be a Democrat. Right?
Yeah.
And then
again, financial gain.
Of course, it's all financial gain. He made all kind of money, bro.
Gain.
But what I'm saying is that you took a situation where you had Trump, who ran with the Republican Party because he knew he could never win a Democratic.
Right.
So he ran as a Republican, but he knew from watching what happened with the Tea Party. This is when you had John Boehner. This is when you had Mitch McConnell. John Boehner was like the leaders of the party.
Yeah.
You had Newt Gingrich. You had Newt Gingrich. You had these kind of Republicans. Now Newt Gingrich, they say we're gonna talk about him a whole another day. But you had these kind of Republicans. They was the nasty people then. You know, I remember back in 2008 when Obama was running. They was the ones who was on that whole Bertha thing. He not a real this. He not a real that.
But look, he wasn't though. He wasn't.
They gonna get you. In the chat, man. They gonna get you.
He wasn't.
What was it?
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Look, bro. Come on.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
All right.
He wasn't.
That's what we doing.
He wasn't what? I'm asking.
Nothing.
I'm asking a question.
Nothing.
He wasn't what?
Nothing.
Long story short, at that time you had those were the nasty people. Those are the people that we like. These are some nasty people. You know what I'm saying? This was the Tea Party Republicans, right? And that became a whole movement. The whole Tea Party became a whole movement. If you look up this right here, let's look it up real quick. The Tea Party, right? We're gonna give them a little bit of this. You go back to the Tea Party, right? Look right here, the Tea Party movement. You see that? It was an American fiscally conservative political movement within a Republican Party that began in 2007.
Right.
Right.
That was right before.
That's when Obama ran.
Yeah.
That's when Obama was running for president. So the Tea Party, it was already becoming like far extreme right. They were coming like too far right, and they were like, "Where are the jobs, Mr. President?" And and when Obama was running, they were saying a whole bunch of stuff that I felt like was racist. And they were saying a lot of stuff, and they were like, "Where are the jobs?"
But
and they
Trump
were trying
did
to blame.
the same thing, though, bro.
No. I'm saying, but we talking about before Trump, right? So what Trump saw was that if I take that approach,
because
John McCain ran as a moderate,
right?
He ran more as like, I'm gonna be fair. He didn't want to be seen as extreme. He wanted to be seen more as in the middle and not so extreme. This is what John McCain ran on, right? He ran, I don't want to be too far to the right. I want to run as a moderate, kind of like I'm everybody's president.
Well, he didn't have.
So then he ran against Obama, and Obama was running on change. His whole movement was like change from the norm. We're gonna make it. We're gonna talk about. He was a change.
You know what? You know what I feel like that really helped Obama was the relationship that he garnered with Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
And I honestly think Bernie should have gave it a shot.
Bernie did give it a shot. But we got to rewind back a little bit. So when Obama ran, he ran in 2008 as a change candidate.
Right.
This was because he was up against the Tea Party. So the Tea Party was all about let's go far right.
Right.
Obama's like, I'm going to be everybody's president. I'm going to be everybody's president. I'm going to be in the middle. So John McCain ran on the same kind of message, like I'm going to be everybody's president. Obama message stuck more.
Yeah.
So Obama, he edged out John McCain.
And he was black.
And I feel like it wasn't just that. You know what John McCain messed up at? Was when he picked Sarah Palin as his running candidate. Because he picked a woman. This was the first time somebody ran with a woman. And this lady.
So you know what? When I said that, bro, people actually thought I was trying to be like racist because she was white and she was a woman.
And she was crazy.
But bro, first of all, she from Alaska, bro.
I know, but she was crazy.
Hold on. First of all, she from Alaska, bro. She's already out of touch. She already out of touch, bro. She in Alaska, bro. Ain't nothing popping out there, bro.
We knew she was crazy when she said she could see Russia from her backyard is when we knew she was crazy.
Man, when she seen Lamar Odom.
Yes, but
and she wanted some of that snappy nappy dugout.
But we
you
gonna talk
feel
about
me? You know what I'm saying? we come to Alaska. You know how we moving.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? Real political in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So that happened, and then when he ran against him, Obama asked him out. He beat him out, right?
Yeah, he beat him out.
Then he beat him pretty badly. Then
by far.
Then the next election, Mitt Romney came in as the moderate. Like I'm the more moderate Republican. I'm gonna be.
Which he was trash.
I'm gonna be everybody's president. I'm gonna be.
He was trash.
But he wasn't trash compared to MAGA. We still talking how this MAGA.
So
they didn't run on the Tea Party movement. They ran on like I'm gonna be a moderate. I'm for everybody. They was trying to play the same message that the Democrats was running with.
Right.
They felt like we can't go too far because this is working for Obama. So come to 2012, Mitt Romney ran and he had picked his vice president name? Paul Ryan. But Paul Ryan was kind of extreme because Paul Ryan was the one who was all about the trickle down economics and all of that stuff. And Paul Ryan, he ran and he was a nasty person too. Ted Cruz, Paul Ryan, all of these nasty people, bro. They ran for president, but at that time Mitt Romney edged him out. But then he lost against Obama. So fast forward 2016, Trump was like, they ran on that moderate message, both of them, and they both lost.
Yeah.
And they were afraid because at this time, the Democratic Party was conditioning Hillary to be the next president. So therefore, when they was conditioning Hillary to be the next president, he knew that she going to run like the Bill Clinton, things were great. She's going to run the same message as Obama. So he took and rewound back to 2007 when they had the Tea Party. So MAGA became the Tea Party on steroids.
Right.
I'm gonna go get all these angry Republicans who feel like
rile them all up.
These black people are trying to take our jobs and I'm gonna get all these racist people and I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna use it because he saw that if he fought with that message, with that negativity, he started running with that message and it started working.
I think because we haven't seen it in that fashion before.
Well, we kind of did, but we didn't have a person that they would worship for it.
We seen
because the Tea Party movement was multiple people.
No. We seen it, but it wasn't so abrasive.
They
like it was subtle. It was subtle. Like we seen it through the Nixon years. We seen it through the Reagan years.
Not the same.
It through. No, it's very much like
not
when
the
they passed the crime bill,
I
bro.
I know what you're saying.
This shit fucked up generations, my nigga.
Yes,
like
Reagan was one of the ones too. What I'm saying is
Trump, you can't say that, bro.
No, but Trump ran a cult. It's different. You got a cult leader.
Listen, bro, you got to understand what Trump is doing. Changed people.
He magnified everything that those people that you talk about.
What they did, bro. They shut down a generation, bro.
Yes,
bro, they the one that started the government assistance
I know
process,
all of that.
bro.
I know, but what I'm telling you is that Donald Trump is like, he's more of a cult leader. He's like a icon.
Oh no, he is a cult leader.
And these people wasn't like cult leaders. They were like, they could run a party with other people around them. Trump became like this icon where they worship this dude. They look at him like he's like a prophet. A lot of people believe that Donald Trump is a prophet. They think that this man is like God given, sent to earth to save the world and to save them. So what happens is when you look at how they see Donald Trump, they never saw nobody like this. Even in the Tea Party movement, you had multiple people combined, but then they needed a leader. And they finally it's only these kind of evil only come once in a lifetime. You got you got once in every couple lifetimes. You got like the Hitler, you got Putin, you got These kind of people, they come around. And finally, America, we got one. We got one of them. You know what I'm saying? We got one with Donald Trump. We got one of these evil, nasty people that cares about nobody, that'll let the whole world go into a nuclear war and end everything and go in the bunker. Take him in, he'll take him and his daughter that he like to talk about, and y'all know what kind of ways. And they'll go in the bunker and he'll be thinking like, we'll make more kids with me and my daughter. He think like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hope I don't get banned for that. But what I'm saying is
that's crazy.
That's the kind of person that he is. He's the kind of person that
he'll
let everything
rile people up, had them with tiki torches and fucking march through the goddamn
Capitol.
city and shit.
And when they went to the Capitol and they stormed the Capitol.
And he pardons the motherfuckers.
But what he gonna do if
what are we doing?
But what does he do when everything hits the fan?
Oh, he hides his hands.
And what? No, I'm saying if it became like a real situation, and one of these countries decide to start using actual nuclear weapons against us, what do you think Trump?
Oh, he running.
He going where?
He running to the bunker.
Okay, so
it's off to the bunker.
He's that kind of person. This is what Hitler. What happened when Hitler went down? How did Hitler go down?
Like a G.
No. But
Hitler went out like a G.
No,
what you mean?
Bro. No, he didn't.
Hitler went out like a G.
He went high. He went into high. And what happened to Bin Laden?
No, Bin Laden.
Well, so that's what these kind of people saying. These are the kind of people, Putin. These are the kind of people that'll let everything hit the fan, and then they'll go hide somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look what happened with Gaddafi. Even though that's a whole other story, we'll talk about Gaddafi. I got my beliefs about that. But what I'm saying is, these kind of people are the kind of people that let everything go to hell, and then like look what happened even with your guy, man, from your country, Castro. These kind of people, they'll let everything go bad for everybody.
Yeah. That's
who Trump is. He's like, I don't care. He don't care about nobody, bro. He care about himself only, and maybe some of his kids, maybe his daughter mostly. He don't care about his wife and everybody else like that. He care about him and his daughter that you know. That's it. So, and we know why he care about his daughter. That's another story. But what I'm telling you is he's this kind of person. So what I'm telling you is that now going back to Florida, Ron DeSantis is the same kind of person. Look at what's happening in our state right now. Look what's happening, bro. The food prices are going up. The gas prices are going up. They're redistricting to try to cheat more votes with the gerrymandering. Alligator Alcatraz, he wasted $450 million. Now he's been ordered to shut it down. Right? You know that, right?
So that's...
He's been ordered to shut it down. But this was the FEMA money.
I was just going
to say He used FEMA money to build Alligator Alcatraz. And now that
And look, we're paying the taxes on this shit.
And it just got ordered to be shut down.
Yeah.
So if you look at all of this, what I'm trying to tell you is that we're in a place where these are the kind of people who let everything hit the fan for their own political gain and for their own pockets. Him and his wife stole money from Medicaid expansion bill. They took $10 million plus. That's all we know about on paper. They took $10 million, and then what they did was they took that $10 million, they took that money, and then they made the program less effective for everybody else. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut back after they stole money from it. These are the kind of people that you should worry about. And what I'm telling you is that Byron Donalds is one of them kind of people that you should worry about. Casey DeSantis is one of those people you should worry about. That's why you have to go with a guy like David Jolly who has the money to fight him. Republicans are rich people, you know. He can get some of his because a lot of people supported Trump, the MAGA movement. They don't support it no more. They don't support it no more. So he can go get some of them. Yeah. Some of them fundraising. So when you think about what happened with Kamala, you think about these elections, you need money. Florida, the DNC already kind of Florida off. They don't see Florida as a winnable place. What happened in the general election? How many trips did Kamala take to Florida? How many times did she come and speak in Tampa? How many times did Hillary come? How many times did Obama come? They wasn't coming to Florida because they already counted Florida off. They looked at it like the gerrymandering is too bad. It's too many people that's already too far gone. Well, so will the DNC give any of the candidates money to fight a war? This
is a retirement state.
Yes.
So, and you know who's retired.
I understand, but where would a Democratic governor in Florida right now get the money to fight the war? Where's the money coming from? He would need small contributors like everyday people, but everyday people don't have money right now. Nobody has money. So where does he get? This is going to be at least a $2 million, if not $1 billion fight. Yeah. It's going to be this might run $100 million for this race. So how do you come up with the money to fight against Byron Donalds, who Donald Trump and the
sponsors?
No, bro, but these sponsors,
investors. You need the whole kit and caboodle.
No, you're gonna need lobbyists. You're gonna need special interest groups. You need people who got real money. Yeah. You need the pharmaceutical companies. You're gonna need the NRA. You're gonna need these kind of people to fight this war. So the thing is, I feel like David Jolly being ex-Republican, he can convince some of his people from whatever that to give him money that he can get it from. Because some of those people are not happy with what's going on with Trump. Some of the labor unions and people who believed in him, they already coming out and saying like, we didn't know he was going to do this. So what I'm telling you is that you take a candidate right now, we don't have nobody. If you look at the Democratic movement in Florida, it's nobody.
No,
it's not one person that stepped to the plate that could win in Florida. Not one.
Well, it's not that. It's just like financially, they don't have the backing that they like. Like you gotta keep it real, bro. Like as much as we would like a different candidate that will really be in support of some of the new age ideas and things that can be implemented across the board, we just financially just don't have it, bro.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
It's just not there. So we're forced to kind of go it. You know what I'm saying?
We got to go with David Jolly. Yeah. And I made a post recently. I made some posts recently about this other guy that's running. Did you hear about him?
Who that?
I can't think of his name because I try not to remember his name anyways. But let me pull him up real quick. He's a black guy. I think his name like Donald. What's his name? I can't think of it. I don't want to lie about his name. Let me look him up. But he's running.
Black guy. Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, he running.
Okay.
He's running, but he's running as no party affiliate, and that's the worst kind of person you can have in a race. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because he don't have any party affiliation, right?
Right.
And the problem with that is that if you got a David Jolly and you got a Byron Donalds and they're going head to head, you know in Florida's been many times where it came close. You see what happened with Andrew Gillum.
Nail biter.
And you had some of these other people that ran in the state of Florida that was just that extra person. And that if they take away that 2% of the vote, just 2% of the vote, just that 2% alone is enough to tip the election.
Yeah, it is.
One way or the other. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because you cannot have that person that's black. You talk about black people.
Yes.
So a lot of black people won't fall for Byron Donalds because they like Byron Donalds.
That's what I said.
But what happens when you put a black guy in there that's kind of makes some sense that's not Byron Donalds, but he don't have no party affiliation. See how that works out? Then he becomes a bigger threat because now you got him. Some black people will be like, I don't want to vote for David Jolly because he's ex-Republican, so he don't got my vote. But what end up happening is they'll go vote for this other guy who don't stand no chance because but he don't stand a chance for two reasons. His name is Rodney Glover. And I'm talking bad about Rodney Glover. Don't vote for Rodney Glover because Rodney Glover is a mole. I don't trust him. He don't have the money to run. He don't stand a chance. He's running his no party affiliation. And a person like that would never win.
No, he's there. He's there.
But if he takes 2%, if this race
he's there to do.
If this race come close, if this race were to come close, right, and it became like a close race, a close battle, you got somebody like Rodney Glover who will be the one person that we lost by 1% because
and he got the 1-2 point whatever percent of that vote that could have went to the other party.
And the thing is, he's
especially in Florida.
And the thing is, bro,
in Florida,
this dude running is, and he know what he's doing. He runs as a no party affiliation, which means I'm for those who don't want to choose no side.
Yeah,
we don't have the space to choose no side. We have to choose a side.
We have to.
We cannot be on some. We're going to go with this guy because he's in the middle. Nobody in the middle ever wins. It never happens. It only came close one time. That was Ross Perot because he had a whole bunch of money. This was back in the early 90s where he ran for president because he had a bunch of money. But people don't win without money, bro. And this dude, I'm telling you, he's just here to chip away just enough of the vote because he's black and he look like us and he sound like us. And he sound more black. And I'm going to tell you what makes it even worse, right? This dude ain't even from Florida.
Oh,
He's from Louisiana. He's from Louisiana, bro.
Lord,
and he's trying to run for governor in our state that he don't even know nothing about, I feel like. And the problem is, I know some people going to see a black guy that makes some kind of sense. The problem is, you pick this guy. His name is Rodney Christopher. It make it even so worse. He's not even independent. He's a write-in, which makes him even lower on the, like, this dude.
I'm curious. I want to see what his background is. I'm going to check.
He's ex-military. I did some research on him already. He ex-military. He from Louisiana. He trying to play the, I'm one of y'all role. But, bro, he not even from Florida, bro.
With the brothers, man.
Man, he not even from Florida, man. That's what I'm saying. So, right now, I know some people's in my comments on the videos talking about David Jolly. He's an ex-Republican. But sometimes you got to go with what you got. You don't have too many options. You got to go with the best option. Like, that's like having a roster with 3 quarterbacks.
Like I said, I don't care as long as the job get done. I want whoever go.
Even if David Jolly start going Republican, right? We still change the narrative that we actually got a Democrat in office. That give other Democrats hope.
Hope, yeah.
That maybe
a chance.
we could make him a one-term governor. Maybe he gets 4 years.
Or even still, it depends upon what he does. It depends on what he do.
I believe
if in fact he does get into office,
I believe that he's going to do the right thing. But I'm saying that even if he didn't, right? Even if he don't do the right thing, it gives us hope in the Democratic Party. We take away the stigma that only Republicans.
But it has to happen in order for that to even.
Yeah, but that's why I tell everybody who's watching right now that I know we're a long way from it. But if you're in Florida,
that's who we pushing.
If you're in Florida, then we have to push David Jolly.
We pushing David Jolly.
David Jolly's our guy, and I know there's a few other candidates. Yeah, I know there's a few other candidates that popped up, but right now that's our best option in Florida.
This channel. We pushing David Jolly.
That's what we doing. I know some of y'all might not agree with it, but we got to do it. We got to do the right thing, and that's where we at right now. So as far as I'm gonna talk about one other topic right now, man. Man, bro, did you see what happened? There's a lot of stuff that happened. Do you want to talk about something? You want me to talk about? I got to talk about.
No, let's go.
All right, so bro, Putin played Trump, bro, like a doormat, bro. Like he's stomping all over him, bro. So right now he talked about getting some kind of peace deal, Ukraine, blah blah. Man, them people are striking, kids are getting killed.
Oh yeah,
they hit civilians, bro.
I know about that.
Like it's wild. Yeah. That's wild. That's what's happening in Ukraine.
I can't send you nothing on Instagram.
Yeah, we're gonna get on top of it. Oh yeah, you're right. We gonna.
So no, well, let's wait. We're
gonna wait on that. But it was one other topic that I want to talk about, and it's gonna be a short topic. Trump health. Trump, bro. I believe Trump has kidney failure. I believe he has kidney failure, and I believe he has congestional heart failure.
Did we break the story that the nigga looked like he got jaundice, right?
I believe he got kidney failure.
No, remember we was talking and we had the little where I forgot it was a photo that we was looking at. We was like, look at this dude,
but bro,
man.
His face is puffy.
No, it is, bro. Listen,
he keep having swelling in his legs and his arms. His ankles is swollen. And they keep trying to say they just did an update today supposedly, and you know it's from internal. Is JD Vance did a interview about talking about his president and that he's in good shape. But let's be honest, bro, this man don't look healthy, bro.
He walks with a handler, bro. He walks with bro, he was just finna literally walk into a wall had not the person been there.
Look at his hands, bro.
Bro, that's what I'm talking about. You see how they had put the makeup?
Look at his face, bro. Like, y'all look at this
man's
face.
Bro, listen, dog.
His face, look how he look. He looks swollen. His hands are swollen. He don't look healthy, bro. And the thing is, they talked about us trying to hide Joe Biden health. But look how this man look, bro. He don't look the same already.
He's wearing makeup.
But he doesn't look, bro. He don't look how swollen his face is, bro. And what it is, I'm going to tell you why I say this, bro. Because, I'm going to say this and I'm going to end it on this. My sister died from kidney failure.
You told me.
And my sister used to get, her face would be swollen sometimes. Her hands would be swollen. Her ankles, you know why? Because she was on dialysis. And when you're on dialysis, you got all this extra fluid. Yeah. So why does he have so much extra fluid in his body, bro? When you have that much swelling in your ankles and your wrists and your face, it's because of this fluid is in your body, right? So the reason why you go to dialysis is so they can drain the fluid. Yeah. This is why you go there. They take the machine, hook you up to it, and they drain it. And I believe his hands is bruised because what might be happening is when my sister was on it, they put the port in her arm first. We never see Trump arms like high enough to see it. They put an arm they put a port in her arm. They put a port in her chest. But then eventually they put it in your hand sometimes. Yeah. So you have a tube hooked up to your hand. I believe that it's probably some of that going on with that swelling because that discoloration. You know what I'm saying? But I believe, I could be wrong. I'm not a medical expert, but from what I've been reading about some of the people that have been reading this stuff, and they're saying that he's congestional heart failure, he has kidney problems. I can see kidney problems because I watched my sister go through it.
You'll take it a step further and say he has a form of cancer.
He might even have that too. So all of this lying about his health and saying how unhealthy Joe Biden was and all that, but Trump,
Joe Biden was unhealthy,
but not to this degree. No,
I don't want to get it twisted. Don't fucking act like Joe Biden was this fucking all-American athlete.
No, he wasn't.
Like, but get out of here. He's still Sleepy Joe. Bro.
No, bro. No.
Oh, you know what? No. Don't make me. I did it with Trump. I'll do it with Joe Biden. I'll pull a clips. Pull a clips.
We're gonna pull that for another episode.
No, we are.
But
next time I'm gonna pull a clips and we'll see Sleepy Joe sleepy.
No, bro, not like Donald Trump.
Bro,
who fell asleep?
Not just who
that. Fell asleep?
Hold on. I don't want to look. I don't want to place emphasis on just the Sleepy Joe portion. It's other shit that he did as well, even down to him talking mid sentence. And he's came in kind of grim. Like what did you talk about? Yeah, you see all of that underneath his eyes and stuff like
Joe ain't look like this. Joe ain't look like this,
Man,
man.
he looks hurt.
No, bro, this man is like swelling, bro. This man ain't right,
Looks
bro.
hurt, bro.
He don't look good, bro. This man is starting to be. He don't even makeup can't even hide the way this man starting. To look.
Yeah, they use a lot of this, and the makeup look.
I'm gonna tell you
crazy.
something. This is how you know his face swollen. So you see this picture, right?
Yeah.
Y'all see this picture? See that? Now watch a picture when his face is not swollen. See the difference?
Yeah, you can see his definition.
You see the lines and stuff in his face? You see all of that?
Yeah.
Let's go back to that photo.
No,
Makeup can't hide
no,
it,
you
bro,
can.
like-
No, not only that, on national TV, you can see it.
Donald Trump health is declining. They're lying to the American people. I don't know how long he gonna
Dementia.
last. His brain, he been lost his brain. He been lost that.
Dementia.
He been had dementia, and it's like the sad part is that they talked about Joe Biden the way they talked about him, and we know he had his health problems. Yes, they found out he had cancer. However, Donald Trump is on his first year though.
Yeah.
Joe Biden problems didn't come until later on.
Yeah.
This is he ain't even 6 months in.
even-
So does he have another 3.5 years? Does Donald Trump have another 3.5 years? I would like to know if he has another 3.5 years left in him to be our president.
To
3.5
be
years.
healthy, to be healthy and run this.
Does he like with his health? Does he make it another 3.5 years?
I don't think so.
So this is the situation where I feel like it's much worse because Joe Biden.
I wouldn't
first
say,
2 years. Let's go back to Joe Biden.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that because you still got JD Vance. So
JD Vance is a weakling, and he get easily. You know, his feelings get hurt easily.
Yeah.
They put some memes about him with a bald head. He was crying about it.
we haven't really seen him in a position of power.
But guess what you said earlier in this show? You said that once a Republican, always Republican. And what was JD Vance up until 2019?
Yo, shut up, bro.
Wasn't he a Democrat? Wasn't
Close the
JD
show.
Vance a Democrat?
Close the show.
So is JD Vance gonna stay MAGA and be fake and try to fake
He's
it?
gonna try to do whatever he can to appeal to that same audience that Trump has. Bro.
Have
he
you ever
has
seen
to.
him try to speak to the audience before?
Yes, bro. He can't. He can't. I don't even know how he got it. Like,
I'm gonna tell y'all something
bro,
right now.
both of these, bro. We just talking about positioning. I don't even know how they even got where they are, bro. Like, we already had this discussion. Like,
Man,
what
listen,
background?
JD Vance, bro. JD Vance don't stand a chance. Like he that dude a loser. He don't speak well.
He said
He
he's a
awkward
loser.
when he go out and talk to people in public. It's real awkward and
He
real
looked
weird.
nervous, right?
He like,
looks
oh, you know,
nervous.
you work here. How long you been here? Oh, that's good. That's good. He don't have a follow up. His brain is fried, bro. This man brain is fried. He smoked too much weed or something. He did too much.
No, don't put that on
He done
weed.
did something. He
Don't
done did
put
too
that
much
on
stuff in
weed.
college because this was the man who called Donald Trump Hitler.
Yeah,
He was the one who said he's the next Hitler, and then you go run to be his president, bro. And this man literally said you was kissing
that was before.
kissing his bottom.
That was before.
Nah, bro, but he was a lifelong Democrat before too.
That's why I don't fool with him. I don't fool with him.
JD Vance is not a threat. I know people keep saying it, but we giving JD Vance too much power.
Honestly,
He's so
bro,
weak.
I think he has something on Trump. That's what I say. I think he actually has something on Trump. That's why he's in the position that he's in. You feel me? That's the only. I promise you. I promise you, he got something on Trump.
And we're gonna keep it real political, real as it get. Thank y'all for checking to our live. We see that we got 250 likes.
Hey,
appreciate everybody that coming in. We're gonna start trying to go live. Make sure y'all stay tuned. We're gonna keep on dropping a lot of content. It get real political, real as it gets. Y'all already know.
Bang.